welcome to this week's episode of Inside the Masterminds. I'm Valli Williams. I'm a loan officer with C2 Financial, the nation's #1 mortgage broker. I'm here today with two very special realtors, Dacia McComb and Lisa Ruiz.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, you guys. They work with Steel Canyon Realty. They actually, Dacia, you own it. I'm not sure if you guys jointly own it, right?
Yes, we jointly own it.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm excited to have you because I obviously follow both of you very closely. We have a lot related and in common, but one of the things I wanted to talk about is how cool you guys are with your branding.
Oh.
You guys have really stepped up and, you know, kind of got with the new age of things. So can you tell me like a little bit about what you're doing with your branding and your team?
Yeah. You want to start?
You can start.
So
I like to have her start because it's newer for her.
Yeah. So Lisa and I partnered. We actually have another partner, Patty, in the business, but Lisa and I recently partnered in our day-to-day business transactions, real estate deals. And the reason why is because our mindset, hearts, how we do business is so similar, and it just made sense for us to partner and just get all that much better for our clients.
That was something I think I remember messaging you and saying, why don't you and Lisa team up? And you're like, well, we just did.
Yeah.
And I thought that makes so much sense.
It was kind of just the right thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just natural.
And your guys' market is San Diego all over, or what areas do you serve?
Well, our office is in La Mesa, but that doesn't mean that we really don't focus on La Mesa, but a lot of East County. We both have been born and raised in East County. Well, I was born and raised. She was raised in
Yes,
East
I was
County.
raised in East
You
County.
were
So-
basically born.
Yeah.
She was basically, yeah. So we've been there pretty much all of our lives, all my life. And so it's naturally where we do a lot of business because we know the most amount of people. But we do all over San Diego County.
And it's really important, I think, for people to know that what I always, believe it or not, actually, Dacia and I share the same mom.
Yeah.
Not the same dad, which is why we're
Let's
different
not get
in
into
awesome
that.
ways. But Lisa and I also share a lot of things. I
We
actually, for clients to know this, I'm in the business, but I contact Lisa for everything. Like, who's your daycare provider? Who's your gardener?
Yes.
Who do you use for a car wash?
Yeah.
Who do you use for a termite guy? Like, Lisa knows everybody, and it's really cool that you like respond like that.
Yeah.
But I think, and we also, I guess we share the same sister
Yeah.
now.
No,
It's
no,
funny because we've talked about that. We're like, how are we not related?
But
Because
you're so much alike.
we're so much alike,
so
and
much
we
alike,
think
yeah.
alike,
How
except for cilantro, which we've talked about.
She's crazy
I hate
and doesn't like
cilantro. It's
cilantro.
But how do you
disgusting.
feel like that, having so many similarities in business, translates to your clients? Like, how does that benefit them?
Oh, I think it benefits in so many ways that even we probably don't even recognize or know because I think one of the things, just personally speaking, like we really do love a lot the same, like we care the same. So we take care of our clients and each individually. But if you put us together, you just get so much support as a client of ours because we both are a lot the same. It's not like you're going to go to one for one thing and one for the other. We're just very much alike. So you don't have to.
She could step into my transactions I've started as if she was always
Fluidly,
there.
like nothing
yes.
changed.
Yes.
And same for me with her clients.
That's
There's
very
no
helpful.
question because every client's different, wants different things, and
Yeah.
she'll know just because I know she's just like me,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
What the other person would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can trust us and we can step in and I know that if I'm not there, she can step in and do what I would do without me even having to say it.
So with that, I was wondering, since I follow you guys and I look up to you guys a lot and ask you for advice on everything, what do you guys think about the current state of the market that we're in, and San Diego as a whole? What do you feel about it?
I think the market is really great right now. I think it's so hard to say sometimes because when you tell a client it's a great time to sell and a great time to buy,
It's confusing.
it's confusing, but it really is. It's a great time to sell. I still keep thinking, like, gosh, I don't feel like prices could continue to increase, but they surprise me sometimes, and they do. I think that increase has slowed down significantly. So if you're expecting to get the most amount of your money out of your house, in the next, I would say 10 years, now's the time to sell because you're not going to get more out of it next year, probably.
Right.
But if you're a buyer, interest rates have dropped. We have a pretty solid economy. I think that Our current president has made it so there's lots of jobs right now. Everyone's feeling confident in the market. So it's a great time to buy also.
Yeah.
So it's not, loan programs have gotten better. More people can buy that couldn't buy, a couple years ago because they didn't have a loan program for them. So there's just so many more reasons why the market's moving, and I think it's good and healthy.
Yeah, and they have more buying power because of the rates.
Yeah.
And I think that buyers right now, they have a better chance of getting, being negotiable with the seller, where the seller's getting good amount of money, but they're not so unrealistic that they're not willing to work with buyers right now either. So it's a good, like you said, mutual, let's get this done type market.
Right.
And the buyers are out there. And
So I've noticed that in the last maybe 8 months, the market has like changed and kind of somersaulted quickly,
Yes.
really fast. So, when a buyer is going into writing an offer, do you feel like they're experiencing multiples, or is it just on certain properties, and why?
I think if the price is right, if the seller was smart and priced it in where it should be, which is it should be close to what the value is, but just a tad under.
Yeah.
If the sellers will listen and say, I know your house is worth, let's say $600, but let's price it $590. You'll get multiple offers, and you'll probably come above $600. But if you price it at $600, there's less offers that will come in, maybe 1 or 2 trickles, and some of them will be lower than your price.
Yep.
So generating that activity is important, and that's why some of them are flying, and then other ones are sitting because
some people will say, oh, well, if that's the highest I can get, I want to try to get this amount, even though you can say, but you're probably not going to. They'll say, but I'm going to try anyway.
Yeah.
I have one burning question.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I have one burning question though. Some buyers and people I've come across have been worried that the market's going to crash, and that they say, well, we're going to wait until it crashes to buy. I mean, I know I was in the business when the market crashed.
Yes.
I'm assuming you guys were
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
So can you give us a little insight on where you think that's a possibility?
Of it crashing?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think
Like
so.
the Armageddon of 08.
Yeah. I don't know that it's ever going to happen. I shouldn't say
I
ever.
think the difference in today is where rents are compared to where they were before. Now it's like, okay, people could just walk away from their homes and go rent somewhere for a lot cheaper. You can't anymore. Now you have a mortgage, but if you go rent, you're
It's
not
the
going to
same.
get any cheaper.
Yeah.
And now you don't own, you don't have the potential of, in the long run. I think
Yeah.
real estate is the best investment you can make long run always, especially in San Diego. The problem lies is if you need liquidity when the market is down, that's where you lose. But if you can keep property, especially in San Diego, for the long run, and think about it like, okay, if we want to sell in the downtime, we just won't. We'll just hang on to it, because you can never buy property like you could in the 90s to that early 2000s. Even though there's been a crash along those ways, they've never come down to that again. So long run, you're always going to win. Short term, that's where you could lose if you get yourself too stretched in that. So I don't see personally, I don't see a crash like we saw.
No.
But do I think property values could come down? Yes. But I think if you hold on to it and you position
have to be
yourself
in it
in
for
a
the long run.
place that you can hold on to it for the long run, you'll win.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good information, because those are some of the things that I feel like a lot of buyers and sellers alike have concerns about out there.
Yeah.
And
I've heard a few experts, if you will, or forecasters say that San Diego is going to be along the lines of like the next San Francisco.
okay.
And I just think that San Francisco is, if you don't know that market,
'Cause
the
we
San
have
Francisco
Amazon.
market. Yeah.
But we're not
Yeah.
IT people, so
The
that's.
San
I
Fran-
don't think the
Yeah,
people that
the
work there
Silicon
get
Valley.
paid quite as much as
No,
the IT.
but if that was the case, the house that's worth $500,000 today would be worth,
800.
upwards to 800, 900, a million, which to me is a little bit of crazy thinking, but
Shoot, anything's possible.
anything is possible. So you don't know if it's going to crash or if it's going to continue to increase, but all we know is what we know right now. So you have to make your best decision on today. And what Dacia just said is really good advice for what's happening.
And I think
today.
we've seen so much through, you've been in the business 20 years, I've been in the business 20 years. We've seen so many different changes that you're seeing the signs of things slowing down, but not the same sign. Again, too, the types of loans that people got, they actually put money down. They actually had jobs. They actually had, credit before the crash.
Yeah.
That wasn't it. That
Yeah.
was like
Before the crash,
you
people were
have a
buying without a
heartbeat
job.
and
Yeah.
you got a
Yeah,
loan,
exactly.
Well, this is really good dialogue for people to, understand the market and the current state. We're in the second quarter of 2019. I appreciate your guys' input, and hopefully if anybody has questions, they can reach out to you guys. But how can they find you?
You can find us on Facebook. No.
Yeah.
You can't find us on Facebook, actually. You can call us at the office. Our cell phone numbers. We're on Facebook with is Lisa and Dacia. Is that
We
right?
can Google you
Maybe.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like you're there.
We'll put it
should
up for
know
you.
that.
Yeah, we should know that. We'll put it up for you. It's the cool thing about it, today's day is that if you just go on Facebook and you put in Lisa and Dacia, you're going to find us.
find it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to find us. Our office is on La Mesa. We're always around, always willing to help.
I appreciate the information, guys. What a great episode of Inside the Masterminds. Thank you guys so much for watching.